Recently in a video, I made the statement that Jesus was black, and I'm surprised how many people are still like, "What? Wait a minute, what the hell are you talking about?" Let's review, shall we? We know he was born and raised in an area that would have at the very least made him very dark-skinned Middle Eastern. And in Revelations, he's described as having hair like wool and skin like burnished bronze. So that certainly isn't a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy who looks like he should be singing for the Bee Gees. But one comment was interesting. A guy asked, well then why throughout history is he depicted as white? Well, let's look at that. Most of those depictions trace back to Leonardo da Vinci. Pope Alexander VI commissioned him to paint a likeness of Jesus, and da Vinci asked for a model. The Pope recommended his illegitimate son, Cesare Borgia. Cesare was an interesting dude. For one, he was reportedly the gay lover of da Vinci. He also loved to brag about repeatedly having sex with his own sister. And most depictions of Christ after were based on that painting. So that picture in your grandma's house is based on a gay bastard who liked incest.
Please forgive us. As I speak, I'm going to ask the white Americans in the room to please repeat after me. On behalf of myself and on behalf of my country, to you and all African Americans, from the beginning of our nation's history, in honor of your ancestors and on behalf of your children, please hear this from my heart. I apologize. Please forgive us. With this prayer, I acknowledge the depth of the evils that have been perpetrated against black people in America. From slavery to lynchings to white supremacist laws to the denial of voting rights to all the ways, both large and small, all of them evil, all of them wrong, for all the oppression and all of the injustices. I apologize. Please forgive us for the denial of any civil rights, for inequalities in criminal justice, to any instances of police brutality, to the denial of opportunity, for economic injustice, for any ways that a racial element.
So y'all burning the Bibles because not that we just found out that the Messiah was melanated, but because folk that look just like y'all told y'all officially that the Messiah was melanated. And y'all officially know. And this is what's happening. I'm not going to say this is everywhere because it isn't. This, a bunch of Bibles. So now if the Bible was wrong, we've been saying the Bible was wrong, but then you gotta actually do your research to know that the Bible is a compilation of every other good book in the world. Some of it is from carvings from the earth. So regardless of who Jesus or Yahshua, regardless of who any of these beings are, we know one thing for sure, one thing for certain. They were black.
Now that the cat is out of the bag, people are saying, why does it matter what color he was? Why does it matter? I'm going to tell you why it matters. because I used to watch my grandmother every night get on her knees and beg and pray to a false Jesus.
Make you free. So Christ said, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth will make us free." Right? Because us growing up, the black community, the Hispanic community, the Native American community, we grew up, we never was taught these things. We were taught that Jesus Christ looked like you. That's what we was taught. So when our people walk up and down these streets, we look at you as Jesus Christ. Right. That's why you're safer in our communities than we are in our own community. Right. Because if we touch you, we get more penalties than if we touch each other. Right. They don't mind us killing each other. That's the mission at hand. Right. Right? But you're safe in our community. Our own brothers and sisters are going to rob us before they rob you. You see that? That's the destruction that your people have caused to our people.
Yes, guys, as I was coming from work, I met this guy and we were talking about Jesus Christ, and he had this thought of like Jesus Christ is a black man. I didn't argue. I just was amazed, and I told him is it internet which is teaching you or telling you who Jesus Christ was? And I just look onto the internet and I Googled and I looked to the videos that many people has been giving evidence about Jesus Christ. But to my knowledge and to what I know about Jesus Christ, I know him as he was an Israelite, and he came from a tribe of Judah. And from that tribe, that is where he came from. That's his lineage. And in the Bible, it has been mentioned here was woolen, meaning that Jesus Christ was not he wasn't like a European guy, because according to the Bible, according to the description of how Jesus Christ looked like, the people in the Europe, their hair just is that soft, but now to the black, it's a woolen kinda. And that's what this man was arguing. And by that now, I've gathered these videos for us to know, and because I was looking into these videos and I wanted to know what people perceive Jesus Christ was. Was Jesus Christ a black man? What do you think about it? And how satisfying, or how does it, what does it make a black man feels when they feel like they are associated with who Jesus Christ is, knowing very well like all the earth bows and all the earth knows about Jesus Christ? Is it like blackness is power, or blackness, what does the blackness call is? If Jesus Christ was black, meaning that a black person or a black man or carry something which is not even cannot be perceived. You must get to the deep thing, to the deep knowledge and the deep wisdom, and even to get that revelation of who this black is. It must come from God. It must come from somewhere. So you got the clips that you have played in these videos, and in this video, and we owe the credit to the owners of these videos, and they're there for us even to run and to know more. And guys, kindly subscribe to my channel. I just looking and forward to see if we can reach 100 subscribers. I would really appreciate it. And just comment in that comment section. Tell us what you think about the blackness, and how is it related with Jesus Christ being a black man, and what does it make you feel that you are a black and Jesus Christ was a black and is a very famous guy, is a very famous and great and mighty. So what do you think about Jesus Christ and being a black man? How does it make you feel? And in that comment section, just tell us, and we'll come back with more commentary. Thank you.
He had feet like burnt brass and hair like lamb's wool. The only person on earth with hair like this is Christ. Christ was an African. And I'm right with you.
When you read the Bible that God is black, Christ is black, and his people are black, why the Christian pastors not preaching this?
Imagine if the Lord Jesus came as a black American. Sorry, I don't mean anything wrong in him. I love the black Americans. They're stunning people. And I mean it, they're really stunning. And their faith moves mountains. Oh, if you want to learn from them, learn faith. The black Americans hold the Christian faith, not the whites. But imagine, like Jesus came as a black American, he would have been cool, bro. Yo, what's up, brother? Imagine like he says, hey, lend me some skin, bro. What's up? What's up? What's up in the man? Hey, what's up? Hey, bro, what's up? Yeah. Truly, I said to you, my man. That would have been cool. But the Lord is the black American, is the Mr. Mahatma Gandhi. He is the Indian, he is the Chinese, he is the Australian, he is the Canadian, he is everyone. He's the creator of everyone. He is everyone. And everyone is the Lord.
For the second coming of Christ, the black Messiah. That's right, Jesus Christ is black. Read Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. Watch this. I know you didn't know Jesus is black. All through Papua New Guinea, you got white images of Jesus. Watch what the Bible says. His head, meaning the hair on his head and the hair on his face, was white like wool. Wool is afro hair. Wool is afro hair. Go ahead.
As white as snow.
And it's fully white. Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Because Jesus drank wine in moderation. Go ahead.
And his feet.
Now he looks at Jesus' feet.
Like unto fine brass.
Brass is brown.
As if they burnt in a furnace.
If you burn anything in a furnace, if you burn white rice, what color does it get? Black.
As you see the priest with the ram around his neck. But when we look at Leonardo da Vinci's artwork, you see Leonardo da Vinci's artwork with the lamb or ram around his neck. You can see where the origin of that came from. But this is carved in Mereruca's tomb over 4,000 years ago. Long before Leonardo da Vinci's European image of the Jesus that you see right here. But even when you look at the European Jesus, let's go see where Leonardo da Vinci copied his European Jesus from. This is one of the oldest pictures I found of Jesus, and it's in England with the lamb or ram around his shoulders. As you see with this relief, goes back over 4,000 years ago, where you are now in Mereruca's tomb, to see that this was an ancient spiritual concept. These were the priests who went to school for 40 years. So you see this as ancient African origin of the lamb and the ram that's equated with European Christianity and also with the Christ. But they never show you this. I can't say use the word Jesus because that's Greek. But I would have to use the African Hebrew word, and that's Yeshua that you see right here. But the emphasis I want to put on the fact that this is carved in stone, brothers and sisters, thousands of years ago, that ends up in Western European Christianity today. But here's the black man that they never show you, that Leonardo da Vinci copied it directly from African people, that it was thousands of years before Leonardo da Vinci. You see it on the temples of Africa. This is one of the sculptures of Europeans of Jesus as a good shepherd with the lamb around his head. But when I went to England, to the museum, the brother saw me with all the equipment and he said, "Brother, what are you all about?" I said, "I'm here to document our story. You got anything in here?" He said, "I'll help you out." He took me in the back room where the tourists don't go. And you know what he showed me? Where they copied it from right here. Wow. Yes, brothers and sisters. Huh? It's time for the liberation of your mind now. Huh? This is what they got locked up in the museum in England right now today, showing the true African Jesus right here, where the Europeans copied from this one to make their version of it right here. Even Reverend Bar Shango said that Jesus was from the tribe of the Black Panthers. I noticed that there was a Black Panther down by his legs. Huh?
We are at the Roman Chapel, and one of the things that we want to point out to our viewers today is that if you could shine the light upon this picture of Yeshua, you see that his ethnic originality is African. Now, these pictures are always in the dark in this particular church because this depicts the true ethnic origin of Yeshua. Yeshua was an African Hebrew Israelite. And here, these pictures depict his true pigmentation. Okay? And as we had mentioned before we came into the church, that Constantine was a sun worshiper. He was the high priest of sun worship. That's why most of all these pictures, you see these sun discs behind
the pictures.
If you look at the pictures and you look at the sun disc represented Zoroastrianism, which was the pagan worship of the sun. Okay? So one of the things that we pointed out, that above the Edicule, you saw what was in the city. A depiction of the sun.
Right.
So you have to understand that the Roman Empire was populated by pagans. So how could an Hebrew who was named Yeshua convince some pagans to follow him? His message was tampered with.
They didn't pick Simon of Cyrene by accident. They picked him because he looked like Jesus and was black. The Bible says Roman soldiers forced a man named Simon of Cyrene to carry Jesus' cross. Random passerby, right? Except Cyrene wasn't in Europe. Cyrene was in North Africa. Cyrene was located in modern-day Libya, populated by dark-skinned Africans. And Roman soldiers were brutal, but not stupid. They didn't just grab anyone. They grabbed someone who wouldn't stand out. Roman executions were chaotic. Crowds, confusion, violence. If Simon looked nothing like Jesus, he'd be useless. But if he looked similar enough, he could carry the cross without slowing the procession or causing suspicion. So ask yourself, if Simon was African and he looked enough like Jesus to blend in, what does that say about Jesus' appearance? The Bible never says Jesus was white, but it does tell us who carried his cross. What do you think that means?
Now listen to me carefully, brothers and sisters. Did you know that white folks knew that Jesus was a black man? The Pope knew it. The Pope got in his private worship chamber. The black Madonna with a black baby Jesus. How come they don't show that in America? That's shown in Europe, but not here, because in America, this is the citadel of white supremacy, and therefore if you're going to elevate white to the position of God, you cannot show anything favorable on the black man, lest the black man will begin to think better of himself. And as long as you think that you are nothing, you'll always be ruled by others. You got the picture?
Don't you black people ever forget one thing. The man that helped Jesus carry that cross was a black man. And don't ever forget another thing. Jesus belongs to Africa as much as he does to Europe and Asia. He was born in that part of the world that touches Africa and Asia and Europe, and Jesus was not a white man like me, nor was he as black as some of you. We don't know what the color of his skin, but it must have been a dark color like the people of his day, because he was a man like them. Don't ever say it's a white man's religion or a black man's religion. It's a world religion. He belongs to the world.
Yes, as we can all see, like that time that Jesus Christ was existing, there wasn't this whiteness about the history of many years. Imagine the history of so many years. Now, unless now we go back now to the Word of God and we know who Jesus Christ is, and he is a mystery. What I can argue about is, yes, we believe and we think like Jesus Christ, yes, was a black, because according to the history, black hair, he had dark eyes, and his skin was brown. Now relating to the black people, black people, and this makes people like feel like okay, related to Jesus Christ is another power by itself. It's hidden about Jesus Christ that we are denied to know. But now the beauty about this Jesus that we are talking about is there is a spiritual level. That's where now you interact and you know him, and you don't know him like just you know him as you. You know him like you reflect on you, and you know that you reflect on you, and you know Jesus Christ through you. So there is the dimension of him not being categorically being for one person. He's a person of all persons, not spiritually. That's what I can define, or what I can say about the Jesus Christ that people are saying or talking about. Yes, according now to this physical thing, he looked like he had those black eyes, he had the black hairs, and for sure the color wasn't that white. The color was brown, meaning like he was a black man. He was a black man, yes. Okay, there is evidence according now to the Bible, according to the historical books, there is evidence that has been given that is how he looked like. But now, coming now to the spiritual line, or to the spiritual way, we perceive Jesus Christ as God and as a Lord. And he said that all that he was given by the Father, by God, he gave it unto us. So like we don't have the limit. Like if Jesus Christ was a black, he doesn't even give us only the black color, but it comes with a lot of the givings from Jesus Christ, that he gave us himself. So when you look at you as a black person, just you see Jesus Christ in you. According now to the history, there is a time, yes, in the Bible that is telling us that there were times that Jesus, the father of Jesus Christ, who is Joseph, they were threatened and they were told like to run away from their praise, because Herod was looking for this child to kill him. And I think now being like in a way like black community is feeling like this is a part by self relating to what Jesus Christ was. It is because of the struggles or the things that Jesus Christ went through. He was rejected. There were times that he was like his father was running from his childhood. The father was running from places, from region to region, running so that he can protect his life. Even after growing up, there were times like he was so wise. Yes, and he used to teach people in the synagogue. And we can see like we can learn a lot about Jesus Christ, that whereby he died just by being rejected by his own. And he was rejected and he was hated. He was even beaten, and he paid a lot of price for us even to be, and for us to be in liberty. That is what I mean. And maybe that is how now the black community or the black people feel like this is a story whereby they are related to, because we haven't heard any other story of any other person who suffered like Jesus Christ suffered, and now we can relate it to the black Americans, whereby they feel like what they went through, segregations, rejections, killings, and all these, they are relating to what Jesus Christ went through. So as a brother, you feel like what he suffered from, that is what we have been suffering from. So he belongs to us, he is from us. There is another story that is told, that when Jesus Christ was carrying that cross, there was this Cyrene guy who helped Jesus Christ to carry the cross, and he was forced to carry that cross, meaning that he wouldn't have, if he wasn't like Jesus Christ, like if they were not like of the same color with Jesus Christ, I don't know whether they would have trusted him or would have ignited the same pain that they were ignited Jesus Christ to carry the cross, because carrying the cross was also a part of pain, carrying part of pain of Jesus Christ. So meaning like Jesus Christ looked like this Cyrene, and meaning, and this Cyrene was a black man. Now that's another evidence whereby we are looking like, if they looked at this Simon, it is meaning that Jesus Christ to Simon was like a brother. They looked alike, and that's why they forced him to carry that cross, and he offered like to carry the cross to help him, to help his brother. And we can relate to that now to what many Africans or many black people have gone through robbery, and we can learn now like many have suffered the things that they are not even like, they haven't even sinned, or they haven't even done anything for them to deserve the pain, the sacrifice, or the pain of all the rejections and the beatings and that they have went through. So I think now that is where now the relationship now is coming from. That's where now they're feeling like the black people and the black communities feeling like Jesus Christ went through this, we have went through it. So it's like we are rhyming, we are in the same page with Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ is a black man. It's a beauty by itself, knowing that there is a someone somewhere so powerful that you are related to. Like you might suffer physical, but now internally, like you feel like you cannot die because you carry something else. You carry a power which is not a normal thing that can be understood. Okay, we can see like a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge that Jesus Christ carried, and a lot of invention. Like he invented a lot of things, and now you can relate now to the black community whereby regardless of the pain and the oppression and all that they have went through, you can see them like erupting or coming up and doing things which has never been done. You can see them like coming up with the things which have never been seen, and now relating not to Jesus Christ. That is how he was. If he is in somewhere, he would bring the solution. And you can see now like black people maybe in the United States of America, like you see whereby they were oppressed, they could not see anything, but through what they did, the sacrifice and all that, they came up with so many things to support themselves and so many systems. That's the same thing that Jesus Christ used to do. Now, like in the time of this young boy who gave Jesus Christ a bread, and he multiplied that bread and he fed so many people. He fed 500 people and 500 men and a fish, and he fed these men. And guys, now you can see like in place of like a lack, Jesus Christ came up with a solution how these men can be fed with their families. Now you can look now in the United States of America, in a place whereby now these people are slaves. These people don't have that you have just come to a country, you don't have a home, you don't have a family, you don't have anybody, you don't have anything, you don't even know the food. Everything is new because you were just being abducted, or you have just been taken without your knowledge. You don't even know where you are going, and you're not even prepared. I think Jesus Christ went through all that, and in that time that you don't know what to do, you don't know where you're going, you don't know where to start, things that make you to believe and to come up with a solution, and you come up with the systems, you come up with things now to support you. And guys, that is now how the black communities and Jesus Christ feel like they are related to. And guys, by all these, I don't know what you think about it. I don't know what you think about Jesus Christ being the black. I don't want to say for yourself, but to me, I feel like, yes, the Bible is true. The history is true that Jesus Christ was a black man. His hair was woolen, meaning it was like a woolen kaida, meaning that he had an afro hair. So, yes, he was a black man. I don't know what you think about it, and I don't know how it makes you feel. As we are revisiting or we are looking into the history of these black Americans or the black community, we are learning a lot. All this power, all this magical thing they inherited from Jesus Christ, because he was and he still is. So guys, with this and many more, kindly subscribe, like and share, and we'll come back again with more and more stories. Thank you.